You ever feel like you're the family backup plan? You know, the kids, the grandkids, they come to you for that little extra, and yet you're going, sure, no problem. But deep down inside, you're thinking, how am I going to do this? You know, I'm just getting by, but I'm not going to turn down my kids. I'm not going to turn down the grandkids. I'm not going to turn down a family member, obviously. So, you know, you put in that extra hour, you put in the overtime, you know, you do what you got to do, right? That's the way we were brought up. We do what we had to do. You know, we were taught to, you know, put in the overtime. We were taught to be loyal. We were taught to work hard. And, you know, by the time we were ready to retire, things would work out, right? We'd be able to sail off into the sunset and live in retirement and have no worries. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the plan, does it? I mean, things have changed. And for most of us, nobody told us when things changed, because we still have that headspace of, you know, be loyal, follow the plan, you know, do what you're supposed to do, be stressed out. It's okay to be stressed. If you're stressed, that means you're working hard. That means you're doing it right. That's what we were taught. But I got news for you. That is not true. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. You were not meant to be stressed out. You were not meant to live a life of worry and, you know, not get the rest and not be able to spend the time with the people that you love, not to be able to do the things that you want to do with your life. You know, there are options, okay? I know what it's like to be stressed out. I know what it's like to wonder if my job is still going to be there the next day, right? I mean, you look at what's happening in the world. You see it all the time in the news. You know, another business closes, another chain closes, you know, there's downsizing happening all the time. And the way things are changing every day, you know, Gen X, look at us. You know, we are at that age where we're too young to retire and too old to really try to find something new, right? To start all over again is just crazy. And we hear it, and we hear the whispers at work, you know, oh, you know, you can't do that. You are not smart enough to figure out this new AI stuff. And, you know, they're looking for fresher eyes, you know, more energy than what you're bringing to the table. I've been there. I understand it, right? I know you work hard. I know you put the time in. You do everything you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, guess what? You're still stressed. You're still tired. You're still missing out on those moments, right? So you start thinking, look, maybe there's something I need to do. Maybe there's something I can do different, right? So you start thinking about maybe a second job. Well, wait a minute. If you do a second job, that's just more stress, more time away, you know, more hours put in. For what? It doesn't really work out too well that way. So you start looking on the internet. You start looking at what people are doing. Now, guys, there are a lot of great opportunities out there. I have no doubt about that. You know, I come from the MLM world. I spent 18 years in that, and there's great stuff there, but there are some problems with it. You know, and one of the big problems was I always had to be on the phone. And if you're like me, you don't want to be on the phone all the time, right? You want to spend more time with the people that you love. You don't want to be sitting on a computer for 8 or 10 hours after work or before work or throughout the day, right? You want something you can build, say, in maybe 2 hours a day, something you can build around your busy life, right? And that's what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you the opportunity that I have right now, what I'm working on. It's a 2-hour workday, okay? It's automation, which is incredible because once you get the system set up, it's working in the background. Now, let me just make this very clear for you. Okay, this is not a click it and forget it kind of thing. You still have to put in the work. You still have to do the 2 hours every day. But when you are off eating, sleeping, working, whether you're spending time with friends and family, whatever you're doing, your business is still working in the background. And that is incredible. Imagine for a moment, guys, that you're, you know, at your kid's baseball game, okay? And you get notification that you just made income while you were sitting there cheering your kids on or your grandkids on. You know, imagine, you know, waking up in the morning and looking at your phone and saying, hey, I made $900 last night while I was sleeping. That's the power of automation. That's the power of digital marketing. Digital marketing is so cool, guys. First of all, there's no products, okay? No shipping out products. Nobody has to wait, you know, 2, 3, 4 days for products to show up. They get it instantaneously. So that keeps the excitement. And that helps you get started right away and gets you moving through this, okay? Guys, we have 4 digital products to start with. So that means that's 4 streams of income coming in. Let's talk about income. You get 100% income with this. Guys, As I said, I come from the MLM world. Back there, you got 25 to 50% if you're lucky. You know, if everything worked out and you did everything right, that's what you were making. Here, it's 100%. Here, there's no upline, no downline, no sidelines, nobody to get in your way, nobody to say you can't do that. Okay, so you can make as much money as you want to make. Okay, you put the time in, you put the effort in, follow the plan. Let's talk about the plan. Guys, we have a blueprint that over 60,000 people from all over the world are using right now. It's the same plan. Okay, think about it. You know, if you've been with other systems, looked at other things, you know, you see people on YouTube as an example saying, do this, 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 and this. And then you see another video and they say, no, you got to do this, this, and this, right? And they say, oh, you need this, or you need that, you need this. Guys, this is a simple plan that shows you exactly what to do, okay? It's 10K and 30-day blueprint. I'm going to give it to you absolutely free at the end of this, okay? So make sure you're sticking around. Now, like I said, guys, we have over 60,000 people from all over the world who are building their business using this program. Okay, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. This is another great thing. I don't care if you're in Canada, US, Mexico, Europe, Australia, South Africa. It doesn't matter. If you're watching this, that means you can do this business. And that's really, really exciting. Okay, and again, it doesn't matter if you're 18 to 80. We have people from all walks of life doing this. Okay, I don't care if you're a homemaker. I don't care if you work full-time, part-time. I don't care if you're a pilot. I don't care if you're a garbage collector, a security guard. Whatever you do, you can do this business. Okay, and we're going to teach you how to bring people to you. Okay, so you're not going to go bothering friends and family. You're not going to be cold messaging people and stuff like that. Okay, that's what's great about this, is there is a plan. And it doesn't matter who your people are. We're going to teach you how to find those people and have them come to you and talk to you and get started with you, which is the most important thing. Guys, this gives you more than just income. This gives you options. This gives you belief. Okay, this gives you that option to do more, you know, whether it's for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. You know, this gives you options to travel or put away for retirement or retire early or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, that's what this gives you. That's the power of this business. Okay, and I want you to have that power. So all you're going to do is you're going to click the link in my profile. You're going to put your information in and you're going to watch some videos, and I'm going to send you that 10K and 30-day blueprint absolutely free. Okay, so that you can make an informed decision so you can get started. All right, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, guys. All that matters is you're ready to say, I've had enough. I want something more. And if that's you, congratulations, guys. This is the right time at the right place. Okay, and remember, guys, if you're tired of always being on, it's time to build something that works when you don't. Have an awesome day today, guys, and we'll talk to you again soon.